Divorce, separation, breakups, family turmoil. None of this sounds great, right? And look, none of us want these things in our life, but unfortunately, difficult financial times kind of dictate that these things are going to probably be realistic problems for a lot of us. And if you're in these shoes right now, this is a video for you. You know, difficult financial times reveal stress or reveal weaknesses in relationships. And that's certainly happening now. I see that a lot with clientele. And we want relief from these things, right? But calling an attorney and shelling out $350 or $400 an hour, to me, doesn't really spell relief that much. If you are an attorney, putting yourself in the shoes of clientele and realizing these psychological struggles and the pain associated with them is a really important thing to do. I, as a mortgage lender, a lot of times overlook the idea that I need to be doing that more often. We get stuck in math, we get stuck in strategy, we get stuck in rules of law and those sorts of things. And I think it's really important to reframe that and put ourselves in the shoes of you, someone who's going through this suffering. And when we're in that state of suffering, we want relief. And so how do you find it? And so one of the things I think in the beginning and middle stages of this, it's difficult to figure out is where the relief is going to come from primarily is our attitude about what we're dealing with, right? Mindset. And I know that's kind of prevalent and talked about a lot in pop psychology and maybe even on the internet and on YouTube. But I want to reiterate the point because I think it is a really, really valuable proposition to look at the solution rather than the problem. Like, we get focused on these problems and think that they're so ominous that we're not going to be able to get through it. But what I want to recommend is that, you know, we get rid of this white picket fence ideology that I think this culture has kind of programmed us a lot to believe in. I don't know about you, but not only are they unrealistic scenarios, the ideologies of white picket fence, they're not very common, but also they could be kind of boring. Not that we want to invite turmoil and turbulence into our life, but we got to look at this through the lens of being a warrior. Having a warrior attitude, I think, is a better, healthy way to look at our lives. I mean, we're going to be throwing struggles all the time, and I think that's just a part of life. So I think having a warrior attitude is a great point of view with which to look at these situations. And so if you want to talk some more about how to build that warrior attitude and provide your own sense of relief, call me or email me and we'll talk about it, because I've been working on this for the last couple of years, and I think I've gotten some really good ideas. I would love to share those with you if you're in these shoes right now. Getting back to more specific stuff about, you know, getting divorced or dealing with division of property or dealing with child support issues. One thing as a mortgage lender, I'll tell you, there's certain things like child support that's just a math equation, right? There's a spreadsheet. In fact, you just put in a few numbers and poof, out comes a child support calculation. With dividing property, it's not really just such a straight line math equation. There's more kind of artistry to how you can conduct that. There's more creativity associated with how you can divide assets. 33 years in the mortgage business, I've gotten a lot of creative methodologies that I've had to come up with to solve certain problems, but particularly as it relates to divorce and how you structure division of property and how you finance those things. Am I going to keep the house? Is she going to keep the house? Is he going to keep whatever? Whoever is going to keep the house, or maybe you're just going to sell the house. All these sorts of strategies are important to contemplate, and having somebody who's kind of seen the different paths to take can be valuable too. So whether you're looking for more mindset, how do I get myself into this warrior attitude kind of strategy, or you're looking for more specific financial architecting and how do I structure my division of property and some of the other stuff associated with the particulars of the case. Either way, I've been through a lot of this stuff before. I'm happy to help consult with you and talk it over. Give me a call or an email. I'm happy to discuss it with you, and we'll start figuring out a game plan. I hope this helped, and thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.